Greetings, seeker of wisdom. If you are here, it means you are facing the profound and universal challenge of dealing with grief. In this journey, we will explore the timeless principles of Stoicism to help you navigate this difficult path and find inner peace. Remember, it is very important to support our growth, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Grief is a deeply personal experience that transcends the limitations of time and space. It is a natural response to the loss of someone or something dear to us. The Stoics, in their wisdom, knew that grief is inevitable, but they also believed that one can manage it with reason and virtue. By understanding that life is ephemeral and that every beginning has its end, we can gain insight into the natural order of the world. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not the things themselves that disturb men, but their judgments about these things." This profound statement teaches us that while we cannot control the events that cause grief, we can control our perceptions and responses to these events. Embracing this wisdom allows us to view grief as an opportunity to practice resilience and cultivate inner peace. According to the Stoics, one of the key practices in managing grief is to acknowledge it fully. Instead of suppressing our emotions, we must face them with courage and accept them as part of our human experience. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic sage, reflected on the impermanence of life by saying, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." These words remind us that change is a fundamental aspect of existence, and grief is a manifestation of that change. By accepting this reality, we can begin to let go of our attachment to what has been lost and find comfort in the knowledge that change is a constant, and with change comes growth. The Stoic philosophy also encourages us to focus on what is within our control. While we cannot alter the course of external events, we have the power to govern our inner state. Seneca, another illustrious Stoic, advised, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." This encouragement reflects the Stoics' emphasis on living in the present moment, fully embracing the here and now, without being burdened by the past. Through mindful awareness and an appreciation for the present, we can shift our attention from the source of our grief to the beauty that exists in our current experience. The key is to redirect our energy from lamenting what is gone to cherishing what remains. In conclusion, the Stoic perspective on grief offers a transformative pathway towards inner peace. By understanding the transient nature of life, accepting our emotions, focusing on what we can control, and living in the present moment, we can find resilience and strength amidst our sorrow. The wisdom of the Stoics teaches us that grief is an inevitable part of the human condition, but it does not have to define us. Instead, it can be an invitation to grow, to learn, and to forge a deeper connection with the world around us. As we navigate through grief, let us be guided by the timeless insights of Stoicism, and through them, discover the enduring peace that lies within. In the journey through grief, acceptance is the cornerstone upon which we build inner peace. The wisdom of the Stoics teaches us that to find solace, we must first recognize and accept the reality of our loss. By accepting what has happened, we align ourselves with the natural order of life and death. This acceptance is not a passive resignation, but an active acknowledgement. It is about understanding that some events are beyond our control, and that resistance only compounds our suffering. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us that we do not control external events, we only control how we respond to them. By embracing what has transpired without judgment, we free ourselves from the chains of denial and anger. The first step towards peace is often the most challenging, but it is here in acceptance that we find the first glimpses of tranquility. To accept loss is to engage with reality, to face it with a calm and resilient spirit. Through acceptance, we soften the sting of grief, allowing ourselves to contemplate the transience of life and the enduring cycle of nature. The practice of acceptance involves acknowledging our emotions without letting them dominate our lives. It is a balanced state where we honor our feelings and the memory of what we lost, but remain grounded in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reflected on facing each moment calmly, understanding that life is in a constant state of flux. Acceptance also brings with it a profound sense of humility. It humbles us to recognize that we are part of a larger tapestry of life, where loss and gain, birth and death coexist. It teaches us to appreciate the fleeting moments and to cherish what we have while it lasts. In summary, acceptance is the gateway to inner peace. It demands that we face the reality of our loss, acknowledge our emotions, and embrace the transient nature of existence. It is a journey that transforms our suffering into strength and our grief into wisdom. We are halfway through this exploration. Your journey towards inner strength and resilience continues. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. This small act helps us immensely and ensures that more insightful content reaches those in need. In the profound journey of dealing with grief and seeking inner peace, reflection often serves as a lighthouse, guiding us through the tumultuous waves of sorrow. Reflection encourages us to turn inwards, to contemplate life and its inevitable adversities. It teaches us to understand our responses to grief, to find meaning in our suffering, and to recognize the transient nature of all things. By dedicating time to reflection, we allow ourselves to see the larger picture, to view life from a more expansive perspective, and consequently, cultivate a deeper sense of acceptance and tranquility. Reflection becomes the fertile ground where our thoughts and emotions are examined, understood, and accepted. Mindfulness, on the other hand, is the practice that enhances this reflective process. It involves being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Through mindfulness, we become more attuned to our inner world, acknowledging our pain, our memories, and our hopes, allowing them to exist without overwhelming us. It is in this state of heightened awareness that we begin to heal, as we nurture resilience and foster a sense of inner peace. Engaging in reflection and mindfulness requires a commitment to daily practice. This might include setting aside time for silent contemplation, meditative practices, or even journaling about one's thoughts and experiences. Such practices help in disentangling the complex emotions associated with grief, providing clarity and insight. Over time, these habits forge a path through which inner peace can be consistently attained, transforming moments of despair into opportunities for profound personal growth and understanding. Another powerful aspect of reflection and mindfulness is the cultivation of gratitude. Even amidst the pain of loss, there are moments, memories, and aspects of life that deserve appreciation. By actively practicing gratitude, we shift our focus from what's missing to what remains, from loss to the unending flow of life's blessings. Gratitude builds a robust foundation upon which inner peace and resilience are steadily constructed, allowing us to find light in the darkest of times. The profound wisdom of ancient philosophers and Stoic principles also offers invaluable guidance. Figures like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius remind us that we have control over our perceptions and reactions. They teach us to embrace the impermanence of life, to live virtuously despite adversities, and to find strength within ourselves. By immersing ourselves in their teachings, we gain the tools to navigate grief with dignity and courage, fostering a serene and resolute spirit. In conclusion, the practices of reflection and mindfulness serve as steadfast companions on the arduous journey of grief. They offer a sacred space for us to process our emotions, to seek wisdom in our suffering, and ultimately to discover a profound sense of inner peace. By regularly engaging in these practices, we not only heal from our wounds, but also grow stronger and more resilient, standing as pillars of strength amid the storms of life. In the face of loss, we often find ourselves engulfed in a tempest of emotions that threaten to destabilize our inner balance. To navigate through this storm, we must turn to the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, which provides us with a profound framework to understand and process grief. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control the external events of life, we can control our responses to them. This principle is pivotal in transforming our grief into a source of strength and resilience. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to embrace the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. Instead of resisting or lamenting our losses, we are called to accept them as integral parts of our existence. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active recognition that every experience, pleasant or painful, shapes our character and fortifies our spirit. Through this lens, loss is not merely an adversity, but an opportunity to cultivate our inner virtues. In the dialogues of Epictetus, we find the exhortation to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Grief, when viewed through this Stoic prism, becomes a matter of internal deliberation rather than external fixation. By focusing on our internal state, our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes, we empower ourselves to find meaning amidst the chaos of loss. This approach fosters a deeper understanding of our place in the cosmos and reaffirms our commitment to personal growth. The Stoics remind us that life is transient, and so too is sorrow. As we meditate on the impermanence of all things, we develop a sense of tranquility and detachment. This is not to deny or suppress our emotions, but to view them from a higher vantage point, as fleeting aspects of our mortal journey. In doing so, we prepare our minds to encounter loss with equanimity and philosophical insight. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, offers a powerful reminder that death and loss are natural processes of life. By accepting the natural course of events, we cultivate an inner peace that remains steadfast regardless of external circumstances. This perspective encourages us to live virtuously, honorably, and mindfully, knowing that every moment is both precious and impermanent. The Stoic virtue of courage becomes indispensable in facing loss. Courage is not the absence of fear or sorrow, but the strength to endure and transcend them. It empowers us to confront our grief with a composed spirit, to meet our difficulties head-on, and to emerge from our struggles with renewed vigor. This inner fortitude is achieved through continuous practice and reflection on Stoic principles. In our moments of solitude and reflection, the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, can be profoundly grounding. By mentally preparing ourselves for potential losses, we diminish their emotional grip when they inevitably occur. This Stoic exercise cultivates resilience and trains us to maintain a calm and rational mind in the face of life's adversities. Community and support networks also play an essential role in the Stoic approach to coping with grief. While Stoicism emphasizes individual resilience, it equally recognizes the value of communal bonds and shared wisdom. Engaging with a philosophical community can provide comfort, perspective, and encouragement during our darkest times. This collective strength reinforces our capacity to endure and find meaning in loss. Ultimately, finding meaning in loss is about transformation, turning personal grief into a profound source of inner strength and wisdom. By embodying the Stoic principles of acceptance, courage, and rationality, we not only navigate through our sorrows, but also emerge with a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. This timeless wisdom empowers us to live a life of integrity, resilience, and profound peace, regardless of the challenges we encounter. Building resilience is pivotal to navigating life's many challenges, especially in the face of loss. Stoicism offers timeless principles that enable individuals to cultivate inner strength and fortitude. The essence of Stoic philosophy revolves around understanding our own nature and the nature of the world. Recognizing that we are part of a greater whole and that we have a role to play in the grand tapestry of life grounds us in reality, fostering acceptance. This understanding helps nourish resilience as we come to terms with the nature of existence itself, which is often marked by impermanence and change. Central to Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the discernment to know what is within our power and what is not. Embracing this principle, we refine our focus and energy on what we can influence, letting go of concerns beyond our control. Through this practice, we develop an inner resilience that shields us from undue distress. By consistently exercising this discernment, we cultivate equanimity, allowing us to remain composed and steadfast amidst external turmoil. In this way, Stoicism teaches us that the path to inner peace is paved by our commitment to virtuous living and mindful acceptance. A key aspect of Stoicism is the practice of journaling and self-reflection. Taking time each day to reflect upon our actions, thoughts, and emotions allows us to align ourselves more closely with Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This regular introspection promotes continuous personal growth and helps us to identify areas where we can strengthen our resilience. By reassessing our responses and reactions, we gradually build a more fortified character capable of withstanding life's adversities with poise. The pursuit of wisdom becomes a daily practice, helping us remain anchored and resilient in all circumstances. Another vital element of Stoicism is the practice of negative visualization, contemplating potential losses and challenges in advance. This is not to dwell on pessimism, but to mentally prepare ourselves for life's inevitable vicissitudes. By proactively imagining various scenarios, we build psychological resilience, making us less susceptible to shock and despair. This preparedness fortifies our spirit, enabling us to better navigate actual hardships when they arise. Through this method, we train our minds to not only expect the unexpected, but to remain steadfast when confronted with it. Stoicism also advocates for the practice of gratitude, even amid loss. At first glance, this might seem paradoxical, yet it's a transformative practice. By appreciating what we have, even in the face of what we have lost, we anchor ourselves in positivity. This focus on gratitude shifts our perspective, encouraging us to recognize the value in our experiences and the richness they add to our lives. Gratitude counteracts despair and cultivates a resilient spirit that sees beyond immediate suffering, fostering inner peace. This steady practice ensures that even in times of grief, we find aspects of life to cherish and celebrate. In sum, the principles of Stoicism offer a robust framework for building resilience through continuous growth. By focusing on what we can control, practicing regular self-reflection, engaging in negative visualization, and maintaining a sense of gratitude, we develop inner strength capable of weathering even the most turbulent storms. These practices call upon us to pursue virtue and excellence, reminding us that true resilience comes not from avoiding pain, but from embracing life in its entirety with a courageous and steadfast heart. Through Stoicism, we are empowered to find peace and strength, transforming loss into a profound journey of personal growth. As we conclude this profound journey, remember that grief is a natural passage of life, and through Stoic wisdom, you can find peace within yourself. We hope these insights empower and transform your inner world. Please support our growth by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for accompanying us on this path.